What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the Nike Zoom Vomero 5 SE in this light Orewood brown colorway. The Nike Zoom Vomero 5 continues to be extremely popular over the last couple years. Originally released back in 2011 as a performance running shoe, nowadays I'm sure you guys are aware that across all the major brands, that 2010's running shoe style has become extremely popular for everyday casual use. So this is a brand new colorway that's releasing just in time for spring 2024. They released in late January for a price of $160 or $225 here in Canada. And the official colorway for this shoe is light Orewood brown, dark stucco, and light pumice. And this, to my knowledge, is pretty much a general release colorway, though it does have SE in the name, which stands for special edition. But you'll see later on in this review how this particular colorway stands out a little bit compared to a typical Zoom Vomero 5. So jumping right into the details, the base layer of the sneaker, this is covered in this mesh layer in this light beige sort of tone. But instead of synthetic materials overlaid on top of the toe box, we have genuine suede, which is a bit of a shaggy long-haired suede, and then surrounding the front toe cap we have this synthetic leather layer with these brown strips of reflective 3M on either side. Moving downwards we have more genuine suede, but we have these cream colored painted overlays running from top to bottom. And then covering the mid panel we have this soft TPU cage, which gives you additional structure and support for the sides of the shoe. And then stitched on top of this panel we have a synthetic swoosh, which is done in a mix of white and brown. Moving downwards we have more of that genuine suede, and then surrounding the top portion of the ankle collar area we have more of that same mesh that we saw earlier on the toe box. Wrapping around the bottom of the heel we have a TPU heel cup, which has this triangular pattern to it, giving you additional structure and support for the back end of the sneaker. And then above this we have more synthetic leather along with these brown reflective 3M strips and a brown colored Nike swoosh right in the center. As far as the laces go, so these only come with one lace option and they're a wavy style lace done in this white color. Underneath this, the tongue is primarily constructed out of that beige or tan colored mesh that we saw on the toe box and the ankle collar area. We do have a woven strip running down the center which helps to keep the laces in place. And then the top of the tongue, this is constructed in more of a softer nylon, and we have this rectangular tag with Nike Vomero 5 branding. The back of the tongue and the interior liner of the shoe, this is covered in that same soft nylon material that we saw earlier on the tongue. And just like any Zoom Vomero 5, the collar here isn't overly padded. It's definitely not thin, but it's for sure not bulky at all either. As far as the insoles go, so these come with your typical foam line insole, and we have this unique Nike branding pressed onto the heel. And then as far as the midsole goes, these come packed with a full-length Cushlon foam midsole, which is one of Nike's top cushioning technologies. So you can see here how the midsole is painted in different colors. We have more of a muted gray on the bottom and more of a greenish gray on the top. And in addition to this, we have Nike Zoom Air technology both underneath the forefoot and the heel, which balances out the softness of the Cushlon, giving you more of that bounciness and impact protection. And then on the lateral heel, the foam here is painted in more of a bluish tone. Turning the shoe over to the bottom, so the outsole here is crafted using 2 tones of rubber, and we have this waffle style traction pattern from heel to toe. We also have these grooves to give you added flexibility, and then underneath the outsole on the medial side, we have this blue colored TPU shank plate, which helps with torsional rigidity and midfoot support. So that breaks down the look and the construction of these Zoom Vomero 5s. And for those wondering about sizing, generally speaking these do fit true to size, so for most people that's what I'd recommend. My foot measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I got these in my typical Zoom Vomero 5 size, which is a size 10, and I have to say these actually fit a little bit more roomy than most of my other Zoom Vomero 5s. Probably because of the materials used with this mesh and the genuine suede combination, or maybe it's just inconsistencies with the factory, but my specific pair, it definitely felt a little bit more generous and more forgiving around the toe box area. So if you're someone that's in between sizes maybe, and you like that really snug one-to-one fit, maybe then you can go a half size down, but otherwise I feel like going true to size, it should still fit you pretty fine, even if there's a little bit more room around the width of the toe box. Next up, in terms of the comfort, so the Zoom Vomero 5 in my opinion is definitely one of the most comfortable sneakers that Nike offers on the market right now. Even though it's a sneaker from 2011, this shoe just feels great on foot. It has more of a pillowy feel, more of that softer feel underfoot. So if you're someone that prefers more of a firmer, stiffer feel, like for example a New Balance 1906R, this model in comparison has more of a soft feel. So it comes down to personal preference on how you define comfort to be. But this is definitely a model that I can wear for hours and hours on end, and it's a shoe I'd really want to bring with me if I'm on vacation, for example. Finally, in terms of the quality and craftsmanship, so first off, material quality, like I mentioned from the start, it was definitely a step up compared to your typical Zoom Vomero 5. Because of the use of the genuine suedes, as well as the uniqueness of the mesh that they used, this felt slightly more premium than a typical offering, which was kind of reflected in the price point. And from a build and craftsmanship standpoint, for the most part, my pair was pretty free of any flaws. There were some minor issues with glue stains around the midsole area, but that's typical when it comes to Nike. And there's really nothing overly serious that I noticed on my pair. So with all that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet and I'll show you guys how these look. I'm a huge fan of the Zoom Vomero 5 silhouette, and in my collection I have probably 4 or 5 pairs that I just keep by the door, and they're basically my daily go-to shoes that I wear to work, for example. So this colorway is another perfect example of one of those shoes that you can have as your daily beater. It's extremely comfortable, the colorway is neutral enough that you can wear it with pretty much anything you want, and as of right now they're sitting at most websites, so I would not be surprised if they were eventually available for a discounted price. So if you're in the market for your very first Zoom Vomero 5, or if you're a seasoned veteran looking to just add another colorway in your collection, I would recommend this pair to you guys. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this light Orewood brown Zoom Vomero 5? What are your overall thoughts on this colorway? Is it a bit too bland for you? Do you like the versatility of it? Either way, drop a comment down below. And as usual, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at sgo8, check me out on X or Twitter at sean.go spelled out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and hopefully it helped you in some way, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.